So I hope that all of you try to do the practice on like man in the mill attack process. So we have a limitations in a man in the mill attack. So because like so that whatever traffic you capture, the traffic should redirect to the destination again. So due to that, sometimes it happens like a network related issues. User don't get the internet. We can fix that. I given like a list of the commands, just like how to copy paste that commands in a single shot. It will work for you. Okay, so anyway, like so I'm trying to show you something new today. So we have to understand the protocols, like so we need to understand properly. So 10.0.2.3 is like my Metasploitable 2 machine. So I'm trying to like so do the port scan on like a one specific port number, like so. Now I am able to see that like a port is open. Okay, fine. Now let me launch. In the last class, I explained like in a Wireshark class, I already explained what is the importance of the TCP, how TCP works. TCP three-way handshake related part we already discussed. It means transmission control protocol is a connection-oriented protocol which will use the 6 flags. Okay, we have a SYN flag, acknowledgement flag, push flag, urgent flag, okay, pin flag, reset flag. So those flags can help us to like do the TCP three-way. Okay. So our like Nmap use the same thing. Okay, so Nmap prefer to use the same thing. So whenever you try to use the like so Nmap on the any specific port number now. So I'm trying to like scan the port number. So 2021. Now so one port is a closed, one port is a open in that. Now you can see that one port is a closed, another port is open. So you can observe that like our Nmap is you sending the like a SYN packet on those 2 ports. Now you can see that SYN packet. SYN 2120 port like received like a SYN. But who is responded to that? 21 is responded with a SYN comma acknowledgement. Okay. Based upon this, it is declared system that Nmap is declared target machine has a 21 port open because we received SYN comma acknowledgement. But 20 port is a written what? A reset flag. So whenever you get the reset flag, it means connection is resetting because we don't have an open port. Closed report. Okay, so closed report. So this reset like a displays that. But you are sending a reset in a third step. Did you observe that? What is the like in a three-way handshake we have? Third step need to send the acknowledgement or not? But it is not sending acknowledgement. Why? Our Nmap never use the complete TCP3 handshake process to identify the open ports. It prefer to use a half open method. It means it will only three-way handshake in a two steps we sequentially it will follow. Third step it will try to disconnect the network again. It prefer to use a reset. If we don't prefer to use a reset, what happens? If you send the acknowledgement, your source computer IP address is logged in a target machine. It means you are revealing your identity to the target machine when you are doing a port scanning. That target machine will know that okay, this is a particular person trying to do the port scan. Hackers they don't want to reveal their identity whenever they are trying to do the attack. When you complete the three-way handshake, only connection is established. Source identities are revealed to the destination. So our Nmap by default don't use the TCP three-way handshake complete okay process. It will only use the half open scan technique. Okay, so we use the SYN still to scan. SYN still to scan. So we have a scanning techniques in a Nmap. So Nmap has a like a scanning techniques. Okay, so you can see that like a, so when you open the Nmap manual, so now when you type the so when you type the Nmap, you can see that like a, so Nmap is displaying scanning techniques. We have a scan techniques. So what are the techniques we have? See it like a so TCP SYN scan, TCP connect scan, acknowledgement scan, Windows scan, Neiman scans, and UDP scan, null scan, pin scan, Xmas scan. All those are scanning techniques. Those scanning techniques can help you to identify the open ports and like a so service version detection kind of things. You need to include the separate scanning technique based upon the situation. So when you are trying to do the like a penetration testing, you use that like there is a firewall. Your normal port scan doesn't work. You have to change the scanning type in a firewall networks. So now normal scan will work when there is no firewall. If firewall is not enabled in the target machine, your normal Nmap scanning technique will work. Default scanning technique will work. But if there is a firewall, default scanning technique doesn't work. So you need to understand about scanning techniques, how to use the different scanning techniques for the different ways to identify the open ports in the target machines. Clear everyone? So we have a setup like a see whatever we have in this first set all are applicable to the normal computer if you don't have a firewall. But this set is completely like a recommended for the firewall protected systems. If there is a firewall protection on the system, still you want to do the Nmap scanning and identify the open ports, then you have to use the null scan, Xmas scan, pin scan, acknowledgement scan kind of things. So SYN scan and TCP connect scan, you can use in a normal systems, not firewall protected system. So let's decode this scanning technique. What happened exactly when you are using those scanning techniques? So we'll decode that, okay? So whenever you are trying to scan target like a, so now you are trying to use the scanning technique. So those special scanning techniques require like a root privileges. So without root, you can't able to utilize that. So now we are trying to use like a sudo space SU switch to the root mode. Nmap space -p space port number 2021. Now I'm targeting 10.0.2.3. But which scanning technique I want to choose? You can mention the scanning technique. So from your scanning technique, small s and capital, yes. You are using small s and capital, yes. Still to scan. TCP still to scan it is. So this is a default scan. So previously, whatever things you observe when you did a normal port scan, That time the same command is only executed. Now it is sending the SYN flag. SYN flag. It receives the SYN plus acknowledgement. It should send the third step like acknowledgement, but is it sending the third step acknowledgement? No. Half open scan. We will call this one as half open scan. Since still the scan is always half open scan. It means it will open the like a connection and it will terminate the connection at the beginning itself. It means it will say hello. Whenever you say hello to me, I don't respond to you. Now conversation is not going to be start, am I right? That's my point. Just I said hello, you reacted immediately hello. I'm not like continuing my conversation. So I don't reveal my identity to you. But I can see that you are responding to me or not. You are reacting to me or not. I can just figure out. You are listening or not. I can figure out. Exactly what Nmap is doing the same. Nmap is using a TCP three-way handshake process, but in a different way, not original way. Original one is SYN, comma acknowledgement and acknowledgement. That sequence it is not following. So it is doing a half open scan. Okay. It sends the SYN flag, like it received the SYN flag and the acknowledgement flag, and it is sending a reset to reset the connection. But like see this side like a 21 port is a clearly written like a reset. It means port is a closed. 20 port. 21 port is open. Port is a open, but you didn't complete the three-way handshake. So whenever you do the normal port scan also, this is going to be like a use in a by default. You can just like a even if you are not mentioning this a default option like this. You are not mentioning this. In a backend, what happened whenever you use a normal Nmap command? Nmap command is using a which technique? See this? SYN scan technique it is using. So by default, our Nmap is using a SYN scan technique. So due to that, like so you can see the behavior, like a limited behavior. Same. SYN scan it is using in a back. So we have a different scanning techniques. Now so you can try, okay, let me try like a T connect scan. TCP connect scan. You know, this is a TCP connect scan completely reveal your identity because it will finish the three-way handshake. So when you use like this particular scanning technique, it is going to be user. So now you are mentioning small s and capital T. TCP connect scan. TCP connect scan. Your results are same, but this time your flags are different. See this? So SYN you send to the 21 port. 21 port is written with the SYN comma acknowledgement. Now, so 21 port again like a SYN. You send to the acknowledgement to the 21 port. Three-way handshake is completed or not? 3 steps are completed. Now, so 20 port, SYN we sent, we received, reset. Port is closed, clearly we have evidence. So in a TCP connect scan, what happened? It's not half open, it's a full connect scan. It means it will complete the three-way handshake 3 steps properly. It is observing that like so what we are getting a reply. Are you getting SYN acknowledgement as a reply or reset as a reply? If you get the reset, remember whatever scanning technique you are using in an Nmap doesn't matter. If you get the reset as a reply from that port is closed. Okay, now say this is like a 20 port is returning reset. So first stage is ikkada 21 port ki SYN పంపించింది 21 port SYN కామ acknowledgement ఇచ్చింది మళ్ళీ 21 port కి acknowledgement ఇచ్చింది సో 3-way handshake కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సో ఇట్ ఈస్ రీసెట్టింగ్ ద కనెక్షన్ 4th స్టెప్ లో రీసెట్ పంపిస్తుంది మళ్ళీ మన సిస్టమ్ ఎందుకు కనెక్షన్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ అయిపోయింది బట్ నాకు వద్ద కనెక్షన్ నా పని ఏంది ఓన్లీ పోర్ట్ స్కానింగ్ వరకే It is not sending a data. Resetting the network. Ardhamaitunda? But this is going to be reveal your identity to the destination because no the three handshake complete చేసావు. That machine knows you. That machine like a log is a created a log. In that log it is like a mark your IP address as a one IP which is trying to communicate with that. So it can have like a network establishment status, active network connection status. So we don't recommend to use this method on firewall protected systems. So since you scan or TCP connect scan, we don't use on firewall protected systems. You can scan with any normal system without firewall. You can do that scan. But if there is a firewall like a block SYN flag. Most of the firewall rules they don't allow the SYN flag as a source from the source. అంటే SYN అనే ఫ్లాగ్ రాగానే బ్లాక్ చేస్తారు అది ఫైర్వాల్. ఎవడో కోడ్ స్కాన్ చేస్తున్నాడు అని చెప్పి బ్లాక్ చేస్తారు. When you are trying to send a SYN flag, nmap తోన డిఫాల్ట్ ఏం వెళ్తుంది SYN scan is going on, right? If there is a firewall in a system, firewall first rule is block the SYN flags for which is like a generating for the port scan. So SYN అనే ఫ్లాగ్ రాగానే బ్లాక్ చేసేసి పోర్ట్ స్కాన్ డిటెక్టెడ్ అని చెప్పి రిపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చేసి అలా జరగకూడదు. బట్ స్టిల్ వీ వాంట్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద ఓపెన్ పోర్ట్స్ అంటే యూ షుడ్ యూజ్ ద అదర్ స్కానింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్. So you have to use the other scanning techniques like acknowledgement scan. ఇక్కడ ఐపన్ ఏ పెట్టారు స్కానింగ్ టెక్నిక్ నేమ్ అక్నాలజ్మెంట్ స్కాన్. ఏమని వస్తుంది మెసేజ్ అన్ఫిల్టర్డ్ అంటుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ అన్ఫిల్టర్డ్ మీన్స్ ఫైర్వాల్ లేదురా భయ అంటుంది. If there is a firewall, it will show you that which port is a filter, which port is a unfiltered. If there is a firewall in a target system, it will show you that okay, port number 20 filtered, 21 filtered, 20 unfiltered. అంటే నువ్వు 20 పోర్ట్ మీద అటాక్ చేయొచ్చు. 21 పోర్ట్ మీద ఫిల్టర్డ్ అని వచ్చిందంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఫైర్వాల్ ఇస్ బ్లాకింగ్ దట్ పోర్ట్ అని అర్థమవుతుంది. టు డిస్కవర్ ద విచ్ పోర్ట్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫైర్వాల్, which port is not allowed by the firewall, you can identify with the acknowledgement scan. Acknowledgement scan will give the idea which port is filtered by the firewall, which port is not filtered by the firewall. If you do the acknowledgement scan, just like you came to know that the target machine has a strong firewall, your nmap scanning is not working. Normal nmap scan పనిచేయట్లేదు. That case, better to do that acknowledgement scan. Okay, so acknowledgement scan gives the same benefit. So see the flags, what are the flags it is sending? ACK. Do you get any see what is the acknowledgement stage? Third step or not? Or acknowledgement పంపిస్తే ఏమైనా రిప్లై వస్తుందా? You don't get any reply. If port is open, you don't get any reply. సో ఇదేం చెప్తుంది? వీటన్నిటికి వచ్చిన రిప్లై ఏంది? రీసెట్ అని. అంతే. డోంట్ ట్రస్ట్ దట్ రిపోర్ట్. ఇప్పుడు రీసెట్లు వచ్చినాయా లేదా రెండు? అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంది? యూ థింక్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద క్లోజ్ రైట్? ఆ రెండు పోర్ట్స్ క్లోజ్ అనే అనిపిస్తుందా లేదా? So that's why don't use the acknowledgement scan for the port open or not status. Port open and close the status కోసం కాదు వాడాల్సింది acknowledgement scan. You have to use the acknowledgement scan only for firewall. Is we have in that system or not? If you have a firewall in that system, is it has any open port or not? Filtered అవుతున్న పోర్ట్ ఏముంది, అన్ఫిల్టర్డ్ ఉన్న పోర్ట్ ఏముంది వెరిఫై చేయడానికి. Guys are able to follow me. So it is passing the acknowledgement. Okay, so similar to the acknowledgement scan, we have a other scanning techniques where you can try like a, okay, let me try like a null scan. Null scan and payment none అనేది వస్తుంది value. Now see this, it is a clearly giving a statement. Row 24 is a closed. 21 port either open or filtered. ఇది అటు ఇటు ఉంటుంది. ఓపెన్ అన్న ఉండొచ్చు, ఫిల్టర్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఓపెన్ అంటే పోర్ట్ ఓపెన్ లోనే ఉంది, ఫిల్టర్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, ఫైర్ వాల్ ఉంది అన్నట్టు. సో వెన్ యూ యూజ్ దిస్ నల్ స్కాన్, చెప్పా కదా, నల్ స్కాన్ అక్నాలజ్మెంట్ స్కాన్స్ యూ హావ్ టు ట్రై అండ్ firewall protected machine only. If you try on like a so normal machine without firewall, you will get this kind of fake information. It is giving idea port may be open or filtered. We don't have it, but it is a clearly showing that port is a closed, am I right? ఒక పోర్ట్ మీద క్లారిటీ వచ్చింది, మిగతా పోర్ట్ మీద కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గానే ఉంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్, లైక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సెండింగ్ నన్ యాజ్ ఏ ఫ్లాగ్. ఇక్కడ ఏం పంపించి చూడండి, none. Which port is a return reset? Only 20. What is the rule? If you get the reset port is a closed, am I right? If the A port get return వచ్చింది reset అనేది 20. At the 20 closed, confirm. Remaining port is open. Acknowledgement scan. Okay, create the confusion. So this null scan will clearly give the hint in a flags. అక్కడ రీసెట్ ఉంది అంటే క్లోజ్డ్ ఓపెన్, రెస్పాన్స్ ఇంకా ఏం లేదు అంటే పోర్ట్ ఈస్ ఓపెన్. ఇప్పుడు రీసెట్ వచ్చిన ప్రతిసారి ఏం చెప్తున్నా, వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ దట్ పోర్ట్ ఈస్ క్లోజ్డ్. యూ కాంట్ సీ ద ఎనీ రెస్పాన్స్, ది పోర్ట్ ఈస్ ఓపెన్. వెన్ యూజ్ లైక్ అ నల్ స్కాన్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్మస్ స్కాన్, పిన్ స్కాన్, all those scanning techniques don't return any response to you. If port is open, if port is closed, they will return with a response reset as usual. నార్మల్ స్కానింగ్ టెక్నిక్స్ అయినా ఇవైనా కూడా ఒకటే, ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ రీసెట్ వచ్చిందంటే పోర్ట్ ఈస్ క్లోజ్డ్. అర్థమవుతుందా? బట్ డోంట్ స్టిక్ టు ద అక్నాలజ్మెంట్ స్కాన్. అక్నాలజ్మెంట్ స్కాన్ ఓన్లీ దేనికోసం వాడమన్నా, ఓపెన్ పోర్ట్సా కాదా అని చూడడానికి కాదు, ఫైర్ వాల్ ఉందా లేదా చూడడానికి మాత్రమే. దాని స్కానింగ్ రూల్ ప్రకారం పోతే 2 పోర్ట్స్ క్లోజ్ ఉంటాయి, రీసెట్ వస్తుంది కదా ఎవ్రీ పోర్ట్ కి. సో డోంట్ ట్రస్ట్. సో we have like a scanning techniques like a null, reset and everything. So we can just like see that. So we can try like another scanning technique, null scan, pin scan. Email to the flag finish flag. Now it is sending the finish flag. Now you can see the flags 21, 20, 20 port, 21 port, both received the fin. Which port is the return reply? 20 port only reply with the reset. Closed. Pin finisher. So 6 flags we have already told you. Sin, acknowledgement, pin. Okay, and we have like a reset. Reset, we can say that in a communication. Now we have a like a 2 more, push and urgent. Push, urgent. So those flags also be. So those are 6 flags used by the TCP. Now you are using a fin, terminate the connection termination related. So whenever you use the fin, it will terminate the connection. Shut up and arustara. Avtalonu reply evaru kada. Calm ఉంటారు కదా. Same thing. You are saying that terminate the connection. If port is open, what happened? It is listening to you without speaking anything. ఏం రెస్పాండ్ కాకుండా ఊరుకుంటుంది అవతల. అందుకే పోర్ట్ ఓపెన్ ఉందని చెప్పొచ్చాను 21. 21 is not giving any reply to you. But 20 is written a reply. ఏం చెప్తుంది? Reset. Port is closed. అర్థమవుతుంది. So fin use that logic. So finish flag. Okay, now you can see that like a finish flag. So when you are using Nmap, you can use the Nmap with a different scanning techniques. You can use like a most popular methods, XMA scan. It is like a combination of multiple flags. ఇది firewall ని కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేసినంతగా ఏది చేయదు. It will send the 3 flags at a time. ఇది చెప్తుంది. So port is like a closed, open or filter. Then status be confirm. ఏమేం flags వెళ్ళాయి? Okay sir. Pin push. PSH means push. Urgent. So 3 flags it is sent to the 21 port and 20 port. But 20 port is written with a reset. This indicates that 20 port is closed. Remaining port is open. So we have a different kind of scanning techniques. You need to learn the scanning techniques if you want to become expert in a port scanning activities. So Nmap వాడమంటే ఏదో just Nmap command కొట్టాం open ports వచ్చాయని కాదు. So you should learn how to tune your Nmap commands according to the situation. So already I share the Nmap cookbook with you. But when I explain the Nmap that time, if I explain about scanning techniques, you can't able to understand. Because you can't see. I have to like explain in a theoretical way. Practically, you can't able to see that what kind of flags are sending to the server without having idea about the Wireshark. So అందుకని Wireshark అయిపోయినాకనే చెప్పాలని ఆ టాపిక్ అలాగే పెట్టుకోండి. Nmap uses different scanning techniques. Those scanning techniques I want to show in a practical way what kind of flags are going on, how it is behaving, how it is confirming the port is open or not. So that's why I waited for that moment. So once I covered Wireshark, I'll try to show you the how Nmap is behaving with the different scanning techniques. అర్థమైందా? So Nmap normal గా వాడితే whenever you want to do the host discovery, it is using ARP. Whenever you are trying to identify the open port, it is using TCP flags. You should understand this logic properly. So నువ్వు స్కాన్ చేస్తున్నావు అంటే Nmap ఒక గుడ్డిగా చేయొచ్చు. Nmap is a tool which is trying to create the packets with the right flags, the right protocol to discover the host related open ports and give that information to you. Got my point? So this is the logic behind our Nmap tool. So now I hope that you got the packet level understanding what exactly happening in behind your Nmap tool. So whenever you use the Nmap tool, so it is happening that. So whenever you use the Nmap tool for the like a soap, normal like a soap, we are doing a host to discovery. Now in that case, what happened? It is using ARP. See this? It is using ARP. Host discovery for scan చేసిన. So it is using ARP. Address relation. Who has a 10.0.2.1? Who has a 10.0.2.2? అట్లా ఎవ్రీ ఐపీని అడిగి ఎవరికి ఉందని అడిగి it will figure out that how many users are currently active in the network. By getting their MAC address, it will report to you. So those are the users live in the network. So if you use a like a tool name is called like a Nmap for the host discovery, it will do the same. And even if you use a NetDiscover utility also, you have a tool name is called NetDiscover. So you can use like a NetDiscover space -R space. You can provide your network range to scan that to identify all the live missions. NetDiscover utility also do the same. What it is doing, ARP broadcast. అర్థమవుతుందా? ARP ని వెళ్తుందా లేదా? So our computers like communicate with the ARP, ICMP, and all those protocols. Okay, for example, now so you are trying to identify the list of the live systems based upon the ping scan. Now I want like a so run the. I want to identify the systems, live systems based upon the like a ping scan. So you are trying to like a scan the network. Now 122.254 IP addresses, it is going to be scanned by using a ping. Okay. Now I'm trying to identify all the live hosts in my network only by using ping command. Okay. Now we started like a finding one by one IP address. 2.1 is up, 2.2 is up, 2.3 is up. మిగతా లైవ్ లో లేవు బట్ స్టిల్ లైక్ సో ఇది ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే లైక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రై టు యూజ్ ద లైక్ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ ప్యాకెట్ సో యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ లైక్ సో ఇట్ ఈస్ యూజింగ్ ఐసిఎంపి చూడండి సో యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ లైక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యూజింగ్ లైక్ ARP and ICMP together. So in our network, like so whenever you use the like ICMP related, you can see that. So 2.1, 2.18 like a solves. So whatever like so you do the scan. Now see this, it is sending the ICMP like based upon the ICMP it is identified. So 2.1 is up, 2.2 is up, 2.3 is up, 2.18. So now you can see the like so ICMP packets to the 2.1 reply. You can see the like a request and response. Request is sent to the like 2.1 reply. Request, reply, request, reply. So ICMP packets, based upon the ICMP packets, you can identify the host discovery also. You can do that. And then ping cheste eppudaina gaani. So that ping will do this kind of work. Ardhamainda? So you can just like use the ping technique also to do the host. Now, so you are sending like a ping space google.com. Now, what your ping command is doing? See that? I see it. So, what you need to learn? What I'm recommending to you? What you need to learn? You need to learn the things related to the what are the protocols we have in a network, how they are working in a different purposes. We should understand. You know all the protocols, important application layer protocols. You know that HTTP and HTTPS, FTP, SSH, Telnet, RLogin, RExecute, VNC, all the services you already know that. So you need to understand all the possible protocols like a DNS, DSCPA, IP, okay, DRP, ICMP, SNMP, SMTP, POP3, IMAP. You need to figure out that how those protocols related data we have in a Wireshark. Is it in a plain text or okay encrypted? Is it how to decode that protocol data? Now see this, it is showing the ping request and reply. Based upon that, okay, ping command using ICLP, it is sending the request and it is getting a reply. Whenever you get the reply, you are confirming system is live. Now, why you need to understand these protocols and everything? So in our SOC, we have like a network forensic activities. So you have to monitor the network activity in a Wireshark. We have to figure out that what's going on in the network. Is there any malicious attack? Is there any port scans are going on? If someone is trying to send an unlimited ping request to your server, is someone like us so trying to access the FTP, RS? See, all those malicious activities you can just like you can figure out before reaching your system, before compromising your system, just by looking into the traffic in an early stages. So we have a special role in our like organization, NOC, Network Operations Center. Now companies are like included NOC and SOC together, Security Operations Center. So who are in a Security Operations Center? Those guys are trying to monitor the network level activities also. They help of the snippers. They monitor the complete network traffic. Like every server, every system, what's going on, incoming, outgoing traffic, they monitor. They will filter the data whenever they find something is suspicious. So you should understand how to deal with the Wireshark packet filtering mechanism. So we have a command line tool named called TCP dump. I'm not talking about the command line interface because it's too complex to you. But at least GUI, good GUI we have in a Wireshark. You need to learn how to utilize the Wireshark with the filters and everything. You need to work on this. Another okay? So Wireshark officially they given a lot of sample captures also for our research purpose. Sometimes you don't have a server. You want to know that how SMTP traffic works. SMTP traffic ఎలా ఉంటుందో నువ్వు తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నావు. Now you don't have a SMTP related server. మరి ఎలా తెలుసుకుంటావు? So that's why like so they given like a samples. Okay, so sample captures list iచ్చారు. If you click on this link, it will go to their official website where they have a sample data for each and every protocol supported by the Wireshark. అంటే Wireshark ఏమేం protocols support చేస్తుందో, ఏమేం protocols ని capture చేస్తుందో, every protocol related data you can find in their official website. They give a sample captured information to you for your reference, for your research purpose. So you can refer their sample captures web page. So you can go to Google. Search for the Wireshark sample captures. I forwarded 2-3 sample captures in a group. They are captured files already, saved files. Now you are like a monitoring right now. You can save this one also. Like so, when you want like so, close this one. Now I want to stop this attack. Now so whenever I want like a start something, it is asking, do you want to save the previous one? Yes, you can save that in your computer. Which format? It's a PCAP file. It is going to be saved in your system. So Wireshark PCAP file, PCAP packet capture file. So I just like a saved. I given a, like a saved captures already in their official website. They have. I shared that list with you. So I just like a share like a few files from their official website. So 3 files I shared with you. How can you open them? You can open them directly in a Wireshark. So if you open the Wireshark, you don't need to capture anything. Control O, open the file option, you will get, if you select your downloaded the PCAP files, it will load in a Wireshark. They are not live. They are already recorded, saved data. Now you can open and you can read the data. You can filter the SMTP or POP3 or DNS or any protocol. You can understand that how the data looks like. I forwarded in a group. So I given all the notes related to the Wireshark. You have to spend some time. You need to understand these fundamentals. Okay, without understanding this, you can't able to become a master in a DAPTR. Operating system concepts, networking concepts, you should learn. You should understand that foundation to become a master in IT. Got my point? So please go through the resources, spend some time, finish your research on understanding Wireshark and Wireshark associated network protocols. So you have to do that, and we have a class on Monday. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, holiday due to the festivals, we have a Ugadi and Ramjan. So we'll resume our classes from Monday. Right? So you already have the resources required for this. This week we discussed Wireshark, EtherCAP. Now already Nmap also you know. Now finish reading Nmap manual. Do the experiment with the Nmap commands. Observe in a Wireshark how it is scanning. Understand the logic behind the tools. So whenever you are using like a tools, you need to know that what the tool is doing in a manual. You'll become master in that in a learning process. So if you see why I'm telling this to you, corporate companies, seniors will figure out you are senior or junior based upon asking the question, logic behind the tool. Now I can ask you, which scanning technique you prefer to use without revealing your identity and age? You should know that what are the scanning techniques available in Nmap, right? Which scanning technique is not going to be complete the three-way handshake and so you need to understand the possibilities properly. So I especially send you the one document Nmap overview. The document has everything. So in our group, I think in our group already forwarded Nmap overview. So open this document. So Nmap related summary you have. What you need to learn in a Nmap. You should know that how to do the ping scan, port scan, service and version detection, OS detection, script scan. You learn all of them. timing, T4, T3 and all those IDS and IPS and version related techniques. So you should learn Nmap properly for all of them. So Nmap related. So I will explain about this. What is a TCP IP basics? The 7 layers we have to discuss. Okay, networking concept we'll discuss. Now I covered TCP flags. We have like a 6 flags. Those are flags. Now how our computer is working, it is the working based upon events. So we have a SYN, comma, acknowledgement, like acknowledgement after the data transfer. So this is the basic behavior you have in the slides. Now scan technique results. See that like a SYN, comma, acknowledgement and reset. Port is open. Now SYN, you got the reset. Port is closed. We have a visualization related to every scanning technique. We have to refer that visualization and verify the Wireshark for the better understanding. If you do this, you will understand the core concept. What I try to explain to you, please refer the notes, do that practice, observe the Wireshark traffic, figure out that only you need to scan 2 ports. That's a better idea. Scanning all ports will create the confusion. So mention the any one port, close port, one open port, you can get the clarity how it is behaving, what kind of communication, which flag it is setting, everything you can learn from that. So now firewall is there in a target machine. What is the responsible gate? Filter status. When port is a filtered, you don't get any response, no response. Signal and no response. So when you get the reset, close. When you don't get anything, still port is open, but filtered by the firewall. So, so when you have a like a filter port, okay, so you will get now. So you have a like a screen, big screen, which is giving idea about identifying the open ports with the map by using different scanning techniques. The TCP6 scan, small s and capital S. TCP connect scan, small s and capital T. In a bracket, I mentioned the command. So, so we have that. Let us go through this visualization. It will helpful to you to understand the things. అన్ని స్కానింగ్ టెక్నిక్లు ఉంటాయి వెరిఫై చేయండి అర్థం చేసుకోండి get the more clarity about nmap logic properly. So if you want to become a hacker, okay, you need to become a master in nmap usage. So I shared nmap book also with you. Okay, refer that notes, become a master in this. So Wireshark we are using for the network monitoring purpose. You can extract the secrets from the network traffic. You can understand that what's going on in a network also. So it is a troubleshooting tool and it is a monitoring tool. Okay, used by the criminals, used by the administrators, used by the even forensic experts also to investigate the network level threat. That method, multi-purpose. Remember? So please go through the notes and spend some time understand the notes. దీని గురించి ఇంకా గురించి మాట్లాడుకోవడానికి మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తేనే అర్థమైంది. So the next week, like so, we'll continue. So we'll discuss about the few networking fundamentals, and after that, we'll move to the digital forensic concepts. We'll discuss about networking fundamentals, network security core concepts, and after that, a digital forensics. After that, a SOC. We are moving towards SOC related classes. Okay, na? Yeah? Fine. So thank you. So happy Ugadi and happy Ramzan in advance. Thank you. Have a nice day. వైశాఖ్ ఎన్ఆపే కాదు ఏ టూల్ వాడినా ఎస్ఎస్ వాడినా అది ఏం జరుగుతుంది ఒకవేళ మెటాస్ లైఫ్ లో ఎక్స్ప్లైట్ చేస్తుంది వాట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ ఇన్ అ ప్యాకేజ్ యూ కెన్ వెరిఫై దట్ విత్ హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ రిడక్షన్ సో వైశాఖ్ కెన్ హెల్ప్ యూ టు ట్రబుల్ షూట్ దట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ అ ప్యాకేజ్ ఇన్ అ నెట్వర్క్ దాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తే బికమ్ మాస్టర్.
ఇంకా no call ఎవరు లేరు.